I'm jumping. Ripcord, what are you waiting for? Pop your chute! Not yet! My instincts say that mountain isn't there! Pull the cord, you maniac! You might be right, but it's too late now!
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, G.I. Joe Classified Series HasLab Night Force Ripcord. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series HasLab Night Force Ripcord. So here is figure number 2, or the first tier of the Dragonfly HasLab, and we have good old Wallace Weems himself, Ripcord. So it's kind of interesting they went with the Night Force route with that. I figured, maybe we'd get a regular version first, but probably likely going to save that for a retro card or maybe the main line. Not sure. But anyways, here he is, and we're going to check him out. So first we'll look at the box. Same as the Wild Bill, you have that little Yeehaw logo right here on the side. The black and blue. You got your Night Force logo, HasLab. There's Ripcord in his black jumpsuit. He's got quite a bit of reuse in there. New head sculpt, but we'll check it out when we get into it. On to the side, small little artist render, Night Force. There's another Yeehaw champion and some stats. Around to the back, you have the full back art, which looks pretty good. Stats again at the bottom. Off to this side, here is portrait number 2 of the 4, so you can line them up and get one full picture. 143 at the bottom. There's HasLab 143, the Wild Bill, Dragonfly, and Wild Bill logo at the bottom. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and pop him open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so on to figure number 2. This week seems like it's going to go by pretty quick. We got 2 more left after this. I'm actually excited for the next one, even though she is pretty much all reuse, but I have some ideas of some things to do with her. I mentioned that in the last one, so once we get to it, I'll clue you guys in more. So same backdrop as the Wild Bill figure. You have that sky view, it's that nice artist rendering, kind of zooming through the sky. Pretty neat. So we're just going to close that back up and stand it off to the side. And we'll show off Ripcord here in his plastic dungeon. So a lot of the same reuse here. Looks like everything that the 60th Halo jumper came with. That would include the helmet, goggles, mask, pistol, rifle, submachine gun, and backpack. So we're going to take these out one by one and go over each one. Alright, so all that goodness is out. And let's go ahead and start with the helmet. I love this helmet. I'm so glad they introduced it. I was waiting for it to come with Ripcord, but I'm glad that we got to see it on the Halo jumper first. So a little bit different. This one's all black. You still have the large black lens. There's a kind of slight OD green trim around it. The green pouch on the back. Very cool. Love this helmet. I'm glad they gave it to him. I think it's perfect. So that's great. Next, you got his little oxygen mask here. So we can just attach that to the mask once it's on Ripcord, plug it in, and it should be good to go. Submachine gun. So we've seen this quite a few times. Repaint again, all black with the green trim in there. Removable magazine. You got that front grip and a hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect. Rifle, again, repaint. All black. Green trim. Nice scope. Nice stock. Extended barrel that you can take off. Plug it right back in. Hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect here. And if you don't want to use it there, you can shorten it up some to a smaller rifle and plug a blast effect in right there. So, there you go for that. Pistol. Again, reuse. No hole for a blast effect. We've seen this in the older G.I. Joes, and they're still continuing to put them out with them. I just think they need to upgrade this a bit more if they're going to continue using it, but just my opinion. Nothing special, all black. Yeah. Goggles. So again, another reuse. All black. It's got a blue lens, which is pretty cool, a little different. So you add a little bit of color into a suit. Nice and flexible. And then finally, we have his parachute pack. So a little different than the Halo jumper. Same mold, of course, but the colors are different. Halo jumpers was all gray. This is green with the more darker, it almost looks like a shade of brown. Not quite black, not quite gray, a little brown in there, I see. But it's cool. No parachute on the inside, which sucks. So I may have to end up getting a second Halo jumper. I actually have mine over here on the side, up on a stand. I love that pose I got him into, and I just got to have him chilling, hanging like this. So eventually I was going to go ahead and put him as one of the jumpers, you know, with the Dragonfly. I prefer a larger helicopter, maybe like the Tomahawk, but, you know, time will tell for that one. But maybe if I'm not going to use that, I can have him kind of jumping, him behind, parachute out and extended, him coming down. I would just need a place to do that. So I was actually discussing with someone earlier, how would I do the Dragonfly hanging from the ceiling? A little weary to use fishing line, and I'm even more wearier to use the hooks because the thing's got some weight to it. So I'm used to hanging, you know, the vintage stuff up and some of the modern things, but this is a little bit bigger. So hanging that and taking the chances of one of them popping out or one of them strings snapping, that hitting the ground, that's just going to be a nightmare. So I don't know yet. If I do anything, I'll be sure to probably post some pictures on Instagram, keep you guys updated with, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, yeah, if I do get another Halo jumper, I'm going to throw the parachute in this because I think that'd be great. And now we're going to move on to the figure. Alright, so here is Ripcord. So he looks pretty good. Actually seeing pretty much the same suit as Wild Bill. Interesting there. Definitely the legs. Feet are different, of course. He's got the web gear on. You know, harness running all the way down, all the way to his thighs. So got a lot of nice strapping in there. He's got this patch on his right arm. Night Force on his left. There you go, you can see his watch. So a lot of the stuff that's on the Halo jumper is on here as well. He's got this little larger pouch over here. Holster on this side. All black jumpsuits, got the gray undershirt, green gloves and boots. So not much to him. Wasn't super excited about this figure, but it is good to actually have another character involved, even though they did the Night Force first. Looking at his hair, I mean, it almost looks like there's dust on there, but it's not. It's actually mixed in with the hair. So I think that's actually maybe some spots of gray coming through. I mean, Ripcord, if you count, you know, debuting in the 80s, he'd be pretty old right now, but he wouldn't be this young. But anyways, besides the point, let's go ahead and check out the figure's articulation, starting with the head. On a ball joint, rotate a full 360. He can move forward, back, side to side, a little bit of range of motion in the neck. Over the shoulders, you have butterfly joints, hinge, arms can go up that far, rotate a full 360, bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows, down the hands, you have the hinge peg, they can do a full 360, angle down and up. Same for the left hand, down and up. If you were to take his hand off, you could pop off. So if you were to pop the hand off, you know, you could go ahead and remove his little device here. Let's see, the harness would be a little more difficult as it looks like it's all one piece. Oh no, it does separate right here. Yeah, it's plugged in underneath. So it looks like it could come apart in two parts, but you know, you still probably have to heat it up some to take it off. However, I'm leaving it on. Come down to the torso, ab crunch that far forward. that far back. Seems to pull a little tight on him when you do that. Look at his little name patch, Weems. All right, down at the legs, up at the hip, drop leg, thigh rotation. Leg can come forward that far, go back that far, and out to the side that far. One thing I want to note, be careful moving around your legs. I'm seeing some posts and a few people complaining that I think between Ripcord and Crazy Legs, there's some bad joints in there. So they have some ball joints popping off and breaking on them. Don't force your stuff. If you're unsure about it, heat it up. It'll definitely save you the time and effort into either repairing or sending these back to Hasbro, and who knows when you will get another one, or even if you will, if they still have any. But anyways, back to the figure. Double jointed pinless knees, down to the foot, hinge peg, that far forward, that far up, and there's some ankle swivel up in there. So not too bad, not too bad. I think I'm more excited for the character than the figure itself. Wasn't much about this, but it works for me. So first, we're gonna go ahead and slide this backpack on. So we're gonna unplug it and feed these arms up into it. A little difficult at first, but it should go in with no problem. Just gotta get these other pieces out the way and maneuver it in just like that. There we go. Line up the peg with the hole in his back and give that a push. Make it a little more flush on him. It's got a pretty hefty pack here. There we go. So we got that on. Now we're gonna go ahead and take his pistol and drop that into his holster right here. So I really didn't want to go, you know, the same look as I had the Halo jumper, because he's got the submachine gun in his left hand and he's dropping. So what I'm thinking is, maybe for the sake of the video and for now, I guess until they release a regular version of Ripcord, I'm going to put him with the rest of the Night Force guys. So I'm probably going to leave the weapons out, get them out of here, put them off to the side, and I am going to give him his goggles. So we're going to go and throw these on his head and just kind of have him up like that. And then I want to give him his helmet, but I'm going to have him holding it. So I want to go ahead, plug that mask in, on one side at least for now. If we were to throw it on his head, you see, we'll just feed it up on it just to get a look, see how he is with it on. And it pulled them goggles down, which I figured it would. But we'll just kind of knock them off to the side. But you almost have something like that, minus the goggles sticking out the bottom of his neck. But that looks great. However, for now, we're just going to do this. So actually, you know what? I might just leave the goggles around his neck, because I think it looks okay. And then we're going to go ahead and plug that in. And like I say, and I think I just want him kind of holding it. I think that would look fine. And I would prefer a different type of weapon to give to Ripcord. Instead of a bunch of these reuses, maybe something more along the line of the classic rifle he had. But I think that'll be fine for now. And then we're just going to put the submachine gun off to the side, because I think that'll work. He may not need any stands. He seems pretty stable. I think the backpack is actually more supporting the stability than anything. So he's standing up pretty good. And I guess we'll go ahead and show you guys a couple comparisons. So here is Ripcord joining one of his fellow teammates, and this is Jody Shooter Craig. And one more, here is Jason Shockwave Faria. Then we put the three together, have a nice little trio shot for you. So then I guess we'll go ahead and get these two out of here. And now we're going to go ahead and take Ripcord and toss him up onto the turntable, and we will give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here you have it, the G.I. Joe Classified Series HasLab number 143, Night Force Ripcord. Or I don't know why they didn't put Wallace Weems on the box, but you know, he is Wallace Weems. It is Ripcord, the OG original version, just in the Night Force garb. So overall, pretty cool. I do like a couple of the accessories that he came with. Could probably do without the 3 weapons. I do think he needs an upgrade and just get something new totally, or a nice homage to his classic rifle. That would have been nice, but unfortunately we didn't get that. I figured, you know, it is the Dragonfly. We should have at least gotten 1 parachute with this. Not quite sure what's in Crazy Legs yet. I haven't opened him yet, but when we do, I don't think he has a parachute, but it would have been nice if they came with him. I thought that would have been cool. But Ripcord looks good. I like that they did give him the Night Force gear, so that was something different, making him more of an exclusive, maybe a little tougher to get. You know, not everybody in the world got the Dragonfly, and not everybody is going to get Ripcord, so maybe over time, you know, he might just shoot up in value and he'll be a highly sought after figure, but you never know, time will tell. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with him, so instead of putting him in a dropping pose like I did the Halo Jumper, I just kind of gave him a little bit of a running pose. Maybe, you know, he's late, Wild Bill's taking off, he's on his way to catch him. Hold on, wait for me, you know, he's going to catch up to him somehow like that. When he's going to go up on the shelf, I'm probably going to look for another weapon for him and swap that one out because I'm not really feeling it. We've used it too many times. But overall, the figure's great. He looks good, and I can't wait to get on to the next one. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up. Subscribe. Tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.